You won't believe the bombshell Mena just dropped. It's already shaking up the entire industry. Private tapes have emerged, capturing Mendez saying things that could potentially ruin everything. Meanwhile, Yandi Smith Harris, once known for her calm demeanor, is now unraveling in a very public emotional meltdown. This isn't mere gossip. It's raw, real, and messy drama unfolding right before our eyes. Stay with us, because what you're about to hear will completely change how you see these three individuals. Drama is a staple in reality TV, but even by love and hip-hop standards, this scandal hits harder than most. Mena, who's no stranger to stirring the pot, has unleashed a firestorm that took both fans and insiders by surprise. This time, she didn't drop a cryptic tweet or shady Instagram post. It's a full-on leak of private audio tapes allegedly exposing secret conversations, confessions, and behind-the-scenes dealings involving Mendez Harris, Yandi Smith's longtime partner and husband. In today's video, we'll unpack every explosive detail from the tapes Erica released, explore why she suddenly went public, and reveal the emotional toll this scandal has taken on Yandi, who reportedly suffered a breakdown after the leak. This isn't speculation. We're bringing you real audio clips, social media evidence, and first-hand reactions. You'll discover who said what, when it happened, and why this might be the final blow to one of reality TV's most iconic couples. So, buckle up. By the end of this video, you'll see just how deep this drama runs, and why the internet refuses to let it die down. It all started with Mena's digital bombshell. Late one night, without warning or explanation, she posted a series of encrypted cloud links on her Instagram story. At first, fans wondered if it was just a stunt, maybe a teaser for a new project or a clapback at an ex, but it quickly became clear this was something far more serious. But what followed was something no one saw coming. Inside those links were multiple audio recordings, alleged voice notes, and even snippets of private FaceTime calls, all pointing directly to Mendez Harris. The very first clip features a male voice widely believed to be Mendez, casually admitting he's exhausted from maintaining the facade. He reveals that the picture-perfect relationship with Yandi is more performance than reality. He talks about feeling trapped and even drops hints about past agreements with other women, plural. The tone might sound casual, but the implications, absolutely devastating. So why would Mena, who isn't even directly connected to Yandi or Mendez anymore, decide to release these tapes? It wasn't a random move. Sources say Erica and Mendez had been locked in a private legal battle over a failed business investment. Think unpaid debts, broken contracts, and promises left unfulfilled. Mendez allegedly vanished when the drama unfolded, but Erica, she doesn't take disrespect lightly. According to insiders close to Erica, she had been holding on to these tapes for years, watching and waiting. When Mendez was reportedly caught throwing shade at her in a leaked private conversation with a third party, Erica snapped. Here's the kicker. These tapes weren't just about exposing Mendez. Erica timed the release perfectly. It dropped right in the middle of filming a Love and Hip Hop reunion special, where Mendez and Yandi were expected to present a united front. With one bold move, Erica didn't just reveal secrets, she shattered the illusion in real time. The fallout was instant. Social media exploded. Hashtags like Sur Mendez exposed, Erica unfiltered, and Yandandi breakdown started trending within hours. Fan pages went into overdrive, transcribing every second, analyzing voice patterns, and digging up old footage to connect the dots. And just when fans thought it couldn't get messier, one tape raised even more eyebrows. In it, the same male voice talks about how some women in the industry are just for PR, and shockingly refers to Yandandi as being more valuable in the media spotlight than in private. That single line sent fans, bloggers, and the entire reality TV community into a frenzy. Was this a cold business partnership disguised as love? You'd think that was the worst part. But buckle up, because things only get more intense from here. As the internet was still reeling from the bombshells, Yandi Smith finally broke her silence. But what many expected to be a polished PR statement turned out to be something much more raw and real. It started subtly. Yandi deactivated comments on all her Instagram posts, archived several family photos, and unfollowed several industry friends. people closely connected to both, Erica and Mendez. Fans immediately noticed the shift. Then came a cryptic Instagram story, a plain black screen with just one word in white font, betrayed. Within hours, Yandandi went live on Instagram, visibly shaken. No filters, no glam, just raw, unfiltered emotion. "You spend years trying to build something real," she began, fighting back tears. "And in one day, someone who never cared about the truth tries to tear it all down." Her voice cracked as she confessed the humiliation of learning the truth, not privately, but in front of the entire world. Though she never named Erica or Mendez directly, her pain spoke volumes. She admitted she hadn't heard the tapes before. They went public and was blindsided just like everyone else. Close friends say she went completely radio silent for 48 hours after the leaks, canceling a scheduled appearance at a women's empowerment panel and telling producers she needed time away from filming. Here's the heartbreaking part. Sources from the Love and Hip Hop production team revealed cameras were rolling the very moment Yandandi received the link to the tapes. What followed was an emotional breakdown, tears, screaming, and a moment where she reportedly locked herself in a dressing room, all caught on camera. Rumor has it, producers are now debating whether to air that footage during the upcoming reunion. Special. The public is divided. Some call it exploitation, others say it's reality TV at its rawest. Then, just 24 hours after her live video, Yandandi posted a short but powerful message to her kids on Instagram. "To my babies, your mama is strong, even when the world tries to break her." Those 15 words hit hard, and the post quickly went viral. Fan pages, celebrities, and fellow castmates flooded social media with support for Yandandi. Tammy Roman reposted Yandi's message with the caption, "You don't deserve this, sis." Even Remy Ma weighed in, commenting, "Some folks out here playing dirty and hiding behind fake smiles. Yandandi been solid." But amidst all the noise, Mendez stayed completely silent. No posts, no videos, not even a statement from a close source. That silence spoke volumes. Fans were left wondering, was he quietly guilty or just carefully calculating his next move? And then, as if things weren't messy enough, the rumors started swirling, thrusting this scandal even deeper into the mud. While Yandandi was grappling with public humiliation and heartbreak, the internet went into full investigative mode. Within 48 hours of Erica's explosive tape dump, fans, bloggers, and even some former associates of Mendez began connecting the dots, uncovering a disturbing pattern of alleged manipulation, cheating, and betrayal, complete with receipts spanning years. The first serious allegation came from an anonymous source claiming to be a former crew member on Love and Hip Hop. In a now-deleted Twitter thread, this insider alleged that Mendez had a habit of entertaining women off-camera, often during production breaks, even when Yandandi was present on set. They claimed one particular woman was frequently seen entering Mendez's trailer, but only after Yandandi had left. Screenshots of flirtatious DMs between Mendez and multiple women soon began to surface online, fueling the fire even more. Some of the leaked messages were questionable, but others were alarmingly real. One particularly damning thread posted by a woman using the handle Truth Hurts XO shows Mendez allegedly texting, "You know, I gotta play the husband role for a check. You know what this really is?" Fans immediately went into overdrive, reverse, searching usernames, matching timestamps, and comparing the messages with episode air dates. Shockingly, several of the messages lined up with the very same dates when Mendez and Yandi were publicly promoting marriage counseling and family therapy. But then, things took a darker turn. An audio file was uploaded a full 24 hours after the initial tape dump, almost like an encore revealing even more sinister truths. In this clip, a voice resembling Mendez admits to using emotional manipulation to maintain control in his relationships. He coldly references how women aren't smart enough to know the game and boasts about turning tears into loyalty. Let that sink in, turning tears into loyalty. The clip ends with a chilling line that shook listeners to their core. "Once you got their heart, you own their silence." That single quote exploded across social media, with bloggers reposting it under headlines like Mendez, narcissist and master of emotional blackmail in hip-hop marriages. But the fallout didn't stop there. New whispers began to circulate, suggesting that Mendes's manipulative behavior wasn't limited to just Yandi or the women named in the tapes. It was part of a larger, darker pattern, one that some insiders say has been quietly unfolding behind the scenes for years. This time, the revelations came from women who claimed they had signed non-disclosure agreements, NDAs, while involved with Mends. One woman, who goes by the pseudonym Sasha, spoke anonymously on a popular podcast about her 2020 involvement with Mends. She described meeting him at a private VIP event, where their arrangement included lavish gifts, expensive trips, and an unspoken rule: never mention Yandi's name. When asked why she hadn't come forward sooner, Sasha's answer was chillingly honest. I knew my truth, but no one would have believed me until someone like Erica opened the floodgates, and now multiple women are considering coming forward. Erica Mena's release wasn't just explosive, it was the spark that ignited a long smoldering fire. Yet despite the mounting allegations, Mends stayed silent. No denials, no confirmations, nothing. But the biggest shocker was yet to come. Did Yandi know, at least in part? And if so, why did she stay? Here's where the story takes a devastating turn. Rewind 2 years to a seemingly offhand interview on Angela Lip Service's podcast. Yandi was asked, "What's one thing people get wrong about your relationship?" She paused, looked down, and quietly said, "They think I have it perfect, but it's just pretty chaos sometimes." At the time, fans shrugged it off as vague and harmless. Today, with everything unearthed, it sounds like a silent cry for help. Multiple insiders close to Yandi now say she's been battling emotional burnout, betrayal trauma, and the crushing pressure to maintain a flawless public image for years. 1. Source who worked with Yandi on a charity campaign described a stark contrast. She'd arrive at events glowing and smiling, but behind the scenes she looked exhausted, like someone who hadn't slept, someone always second-guessing what people might know. Fans started digging through old moments, pulling up receipts. There was the 2019 Love and Hip Hop reunion, when Yandi suddenly broke down in tears after being asked about trust in her marriage. Edited at the time for drama, it now feels like a genuine moment of collapse. That night, she said, "Sometimes love isn't enough, but you pretend it is because people are watching." That line now reads like a heartbreaking confession. Several close friends hinted Yandi had suspicions of Mendes's infidelity but lacked concrete proof. She confronted him multiple times over questionable texts and calls, only to be met with dismissiveness or accusations of paranoia, and yet she stayed. Why? The answer is complicated. This wasn't just about love, it was about branding, family, survival, and legacy. Yandi built an empire around being the strong, loyal wife and devoted mother. Her brand deals, speaking engagements, and television appearances depended on that public image. If that facade shattered, so would everything she worked for. Some say she felt trapped, not out of weakness, but because the stakes were too high. There's also the emotional weight of being the strong one, the woman who held everything together while Mends was incarcerated, the one who raised the children, launched businesses, and built a life waiting for a man who might never be fully there. It's easy to say leave him when you haven't intertwined your life with someone for over a decade. What makes this truly tragic is that, according to people close to Yandi, this wasn't the first betrayal. It was simply the one that finally broke her spirit. A former assistant hinted online that Erica gave the world what Yandi never could: proof. So the question lingers, was Yandi protecting her family, or was she protecting her illusion? In one of her most vulnerable interviews, filmed just before the tape dump, Yandi was asked what she feared most. Her answer? Losing everything I built for the sake of something I didn't control. It's as if she knew the storm was coming, and was bracing herself all along. Now, in the wake of Erica's bombshell and Mendes's silence, Yandi is left exposed, emotionally, financially, and publicly. But here's where the plot thickens. Don't buy that this was just an impulsive decision by Erica Mena. The timing, the delivery, the calculated rollout, it wasn't emotional. It was surgical, strategic. Revenge years in the making. Plot thickens. Was Erica Mena's tape drop just the opening act? Sources close to Erica confirm she's been sitting on these receipts for years, but she waited, patiently, until Yandi launched her new skincare line and started soaking up. Positive press. The timing? Not an accident. Speculation is swirling that Erica's move was calculated to derail Yandi's momentum, pulling her back into the public mud. But the plot gets murkier. In the days after the tape release, eagle-eyed fans spotted a pattern. Suspicious. Likes and retweets from Erica's burner accounts, hyping the exposure while pushing narratives painting Yandi as fake, manipulative, and complicit in her own downfall. One post said, "Sis stayed through the cheating because the checks cleared. Let's not act like she ain't know." And guess who liked it? Not just Erica, but also a verified account linked to one of Mendes's former business partners. A man who once sued Yandi over a messy property deal. That's some serious old school. Grudges fueling the fire. So what's the real connection here? Street theory. Erica didn't act alone. It wasn't just personal revenge. It was a coordinated takedown. Yandi's long history of falling outs with castmates, former partners, and even friends. Kim Bella, Chrissy Lemin, and that former assistant who once warned on IG Live, "When that brand crumbles, it'll be from inside." Fans now wonder, did Erica, armed with media savvy and a hunger for redemption, align herself with Yandi's enemies to orchestrate the ultimate takedown? Here's where things get even wilder. Some fans speculate this was never truly about Mendez. What if Mendez was just the weapon in a bigger war? An insider close to VH1's production revealed Erica pitched a documentary-style special about faking friendships and surviving industry betrayals. And guess who she wanted to name? Yandandi Smith. The network shut it down. Too risky, they said. But months later, Erica's storyline is headlining every blog without a single special episode. The drama continues to spiral, and fans are left wondering who's really pulling the strings behind the scenes.